Hello, welcome to this presentation. In this presentation, we're going to look at fostering creativity in an organization. Creativity is very important if organization is supposed to expand, not only at organization level, even you, the individual. If you want to be part of the senior team or the organization, you have to be very creative in order to be recognized in the organization. It's not about organization, even at home, at personal level, you need to be very creative. So today we are going to look at how you are going to be creative. So I believe by the end of this presentation, you will be able to assess yourself in terms of creativity. Now let us look at what creativity is. It is the ability to generate new and original ideas. I think we looked at that definition in our previous session. So it's basically trying to come up with an idea which is original, which is your own. It's not just a matter of adapting to things anyhowly. Here you generate your own ideas, which is essential in solving problem and the innovation etc. So that's about creativity. Let us look at the importance of fostering creativity in an organization. One is solve problems in new and innovative ways. In an organization, we have very many problems. We have problems related to the performance of employees. We have problems related to the uh, demand of customers, etc. So these problems need to be solved, and you cannot solve them if you are not creative. So as a manager, you need to make sure that your employees have the ability to solve problem. And how does that ability come? The ability comes in if you are able to foster creativity mindset in an organization, so that everyone becomes a problem solver instead of seeking for solution. Uh, so that's the advantage of fostering creativity in an organization. Number two is develop new products and services. Through creativity fostering, you are going to come up with the new products. Let's say if you are a company which is dealing in manufacturing of sugar, so through creativity, you are going to expand uh, your business by introducing other products. For example, you can talk of juice, maybe biscuits, etc. To add on the products which you are producing, which is sugar basically. So this helps you to diversify your products and services to the customers. So the advantage of having a diversified product is that you are going to capture large market because of the various products you are selling to the customer. Then the next important of fostering creativity is the thrive in a complex and competitive world. Of course, today's business is characterized by high level of competition. So if you are very creative, if you can foster creativity in your company, it means you stand a better chance of being competitive against other companies. But if you are not creative, you don't want to foster creativity in your organization, there's no way you're going to survive the competition in the market. So these are the reasons why fostering creativity is very important. As a manager, you need to look at it critically. Now let us look at the ways of fostering creativity in an organization. How do you foster creativity in an organization? One is you need to create a safe and supportive environment. An environment whereby an idea can be nurtured, an idea can be implemented and supported. So that's what you call a positive or supportive environment. We have some management which does not believe in new ideas. They look at new ideas as the ways of challenging their status quo. That's not in the modern business world. So you need to support people with the creative ideas. In fact, you need to incorporate this in the recruitment process by testing people's creativity. Otherwise, if you don't do it that way, you're going to have a bunch of employees who do not think outside the box. Okay. And if you have such kind of employees, they will never help you. They will become a burden to the organization because by the end of the month, you're supposed to pay them, yet they don't bring something new to the organization. So that is one way of fostering creativity in an organization. Number two is encouraging risk taking and experimentation. There's no way you can be successful if you don't take risks. Many people fear to take risks. Even some management, they fear to take risks. We are going to lose money, we are going to do ABCD time. But you cannot be successful if you don't take risks. Okay? The business people you are seeing around, the entrepreneurs, they took risk, well calculated risk. But if you fear to take risk, how are you going to make it? You can't make it because success does not just come on a silver plate. It involves a lot of sacrifices, involves a lot of risks to be taken, etc. So you need to encourage people to take risks. You need to have that one in mind. Then the next one is providing opportunities for collaboration and the cross-pollination of ideas. So you need to work as a team. Okay. If you don't work as a team, then you are not going to be creative because through collaboration, you are going to exchange ideas, you are going to listen to different views of other participants. By the end of the day, you'll be able to generate something new out of your interactions with the people. But if you're someone who always isolate yourself, like working alone, then you can never have a new idea. No one is there to inspire you. The next way of creativity is to expose people to new ideas and experiences. Expose your employees to the new ideas. Let them read books, let them read articles, let them attend workshops and seminars. All these are some of the sources of getting new ideas. So you need to expose them. If there is a seminar, if there is a workshop, please make sure that your employees are attending. Or else you can even organize workshop. The idea of organizing the workshop is basically to expose your employees to, to new ideas. Then lastly, you need to celebrate and rewarding creativity. Anyone who has a new idea which is successfully implemented must be recognized. Okay, that person has to be rewarded. This will help him to be motivated and to be more creative and also inspire other employees to be creative because they want to be also celebrated. So these are some of the techniques or ways of fostering creativity in an organization. Now let us look at examples of how to foster creativity in an organization. One is we talk about the classroom. This is whereby a teacher can encourage his students to ask questions, explore different perspectives, and come up with their own solutions to problems. In your time at high school or primary school, I don't know if you have ever had the opportunity of asking questions, come up with your answers, etc. But for us, we had that teacher could give you chance to ask any question and then even ask you to bring the answer, okay, to come up with the answer. Ask the question, then you are tasked to bring your own answer. Whether it is wrong or not, it is about finding new ideas. That's in classroom context. How about at work context? At work context, a manager can create a culture where you feel comfortable with sharing ideas. Okay? A culture whereby you can collaborate. A culture whereby you are encouraged to take a risk. That's in the work context. So if you're working in an environment which does not promote idea sharing, which does not promote collaboration, teamwork, then you might be at a wrong place. Okay, if you're someone who's creative, but if you're not creative, you're not innovative, of course, you care whether they allow taking risks, they allow sharing ideas. That's none of your business because you don't have that creative mindset. But people with the creative mindset, they don't want to work in such kind of environment. So that's about examples of how to foster creativity in work context. The last one now is in your personal life. How do you foster creativity in your personal life? By setting aside time to explore new interests, trying new things, and meeting new people. But do not always assume the people you know. The people you know will not help you much. And besides, some of them do not have the creative mindset. They are full of positive, I mean, negativity. So how do you associate with such people? So you need to look for new people. People are different, have achieved a lot. If you are in exploring new ideas, so that is how you foster creativity within yourself. So now let us look at all right, some problem with the internet connectivity. Okay, so we're looking at developing a creative mindset now. Yes, this is where we are. How do you develop a creative mindset? We need to begin by defining what creative mindset is. It's just a way of open to new ideas and possibilities. If you have that ability to welcome new ideas, possibilities, then that's what we call creative mindset. But to people who do not have a creative mindset, these are people who do not want to welcome new ideas. They don't need anything. They are comfortable with the way things are. Okay, that's the difference between creative mindset and people who are not having a creative mindset. So for you as a manager, you need to have that always. Be open to new ideas. The people you are having in the organization are from different backgrounds. They went to different universities. They're interacting with different professors. So having them in your organization is actually a very good platform of getting new ideas and possibilities uh, from them. So it can be in terms of explorative and willing to take risks. Allow them to take risks. Allow them to ask questions, explore new ideas because they are from different academic background, etc. So that's about creative mindset. So why is it important to develop a creative mindset? One is solve problems in a new and innovative ways. We had already looked at that. Then develop new products and services, adapt to changing conditions, and then you thrive in a complex and competitive world. This one is just a repetition of what we had already explained in the previous slides. So this business is characterized by high competition. If you are not having that creative mindset, then you will not withstand competition in the industry. So how do you develop a creative mindset? Number one is you need to be open to new ideas. Okay, be willing to consider different perspectives and challenge your assumptions. If someone is telling you something, you need to listen to that person. Don't assume that or don't assume that his or her idea is always wrong. Even if you think it might be wrong to some extent, but you have to be open to listen to that person. Okay, that's the way of developing creative mindset. Number one. Then number two is be curious. Curious will mean you need to ask questions and explore new things. Don't be just seated and quiet. Ask. You cannot find new ideas if you don't explore, if you don't ask questions. The next one is be willing to take risks. Of course, you cannot make it if you fear to take risks. Whatever we do is all about taking risks. The people who are investing their money in business, they're taking risks. You never know the market might fail. You never know the fire out, the theft, etc. So these are all the risks involved in business. But they never fear because if they fear, they would not have made it. Okay, so make sure that you always take risk which is well calculated. Be persistent in spite of challenges, in spite of problems. You need to be persistent. Okay, don't give up because implementing something new is not an easy task. You don't just wake up one day and find yourself doing a lot of wonders. You must have gone through hardship, you must have gone through dark days, but you need to be persistent. The next one is collaborate with others. Okay, that's why they say that two heads better than what? One head. Or they say that one hand cannot clap itself. So you need to collaborate. You need to work as a team. Okay, associate with the people, people who can add value. Do not just associate with people. cannot add value does not make any difference. Okay, you need to associate the people who collaborate with people who can add value to your organization, or who can add value to the idea you're trying to suggest. So let us look at examples of how to develop a creative mindset at work. At work, you need to set time for each. You need to set time each week to brainstorm new ideas or to explore new ways of doing things. So it means in your calendar, on your timetable, you need to have time, okay, to think about what you want to implement or the change you want to bring in the organization, the change you want to bring at your home. At least a week to have the brainstorming. Okay. This helps you a lot. By the end of 1 month or 2 months, you already have a clue of what you want to do, what you intend to do. So the next one is read books and articles outside your comfort zone. This is very important when it comes to reading books and articles. People most don't want to read, but it is very important to read the books, okay? Because knowledge is always found in books. So if you don't read a book, then it is not going to be helping you a lot in developing a creative mindset. Because in a book, there are some articles which is very inspirational. They will inspire you to come up with a new idea which is going to be uh, beneficial to you and the community at large. Then, when solving problems, you need to start by brainstorming as many possible solutions as you can, even if they seem crazy at first. So with brainstorming, you don't have a permanent solution. You're just looking for how to get a permanent solution. So don't be afraid, even if you have the one which cannot work. So you need to document them. Any idea you come up with during the brainstorming session, please you need to write them down. Then in your free time, you can go through these ideas. You might find that one or two of them is going to be helping you. And lastly, do not be afraid to try different things and explore. Normal fear to try different things, new things. Okay, people fear because they don't want to fail. But I want to tell you that failure in life doesn't mean that you are incompetent. You are not incompetent. It is actually a ground of learning. Okay, you will learn from your mistakes. It adds on your experience. So don't be afraid. Try new things. You never know it will work out for you. And it will not work out for you if you don't try it. That's the reality. It will never work out for you if you don't try it. So my advice is you need to try new things, even if it seems to be impossible, if it seems to be unrealistic. You never know what will come out of that. Now let us look at techniques for overcoming creative barriers. The barriers are that obstacle which prevent you from coming up with the new ideas. That is the barrier. So the techniques are number one is taking a break. So you need to give your time for yourself time to rest. Okay, this will help you to get momentum. This will help you to rest. Then you come up with something. But if you always stick on something, and the idea is not coming, the solution is not coming, you don't want to go for break, you end up getting frustrated and then you give up. So the best thing is take break to refresh your mind. The next one is go for a walk, listen to music or do something else that you enjoy. Okay. You never know in the process of taking even a walk or in the process of listening to music, from nowhere, some ideas will just pop in. Okay. And that's how you get your ideas. So that is the technique number two of overcoming creative barriers. Then the third one is changing your environment. If you are in an environment which does not support creativity, you have been associating the people who are not having vision, who are just there thinking of food on the table. Then you need to change the environment. You need to change the people who you are associated with. This will help you to come up with something new. Okay. Besides, changing environment will help you. You might meet someone who is really resourceful to you. Okay, maybe at a coffee place or shop, anything park. You never know. You can meet people who are really inspirational. So that's about changing environment. Then the next one is brainstorming. So you need to brainstorm to generate ideas. In brainstorming, you need to have very many ideas, very many of them. So after you've listed like five or six of them, now you go uh, through these ideas one after the other, evaluating them. You may end up getting one or two, which is very important to you, and you're going to implement it. So rewriting, you need to get yourself or your thought flowing. This will help you also to remind yourself of what you had gotten before. Okay. So after you writing them down, then you can get them and start reading or going through what you have been writing or what has been in your mind. Okay, you put them down because if you don't put them down into writing, you may end up getting. So writing is a technique for getting your thoughts flowing. To rewrite, set a timer for 10 to 15 minutes and write whatever comes to your mind. Okay, whatever comes to your mind, just write it. So don't worry about the grammar or the spelling, just write. So it means you never know. Some creative ideas will come. Of course, when you are writing them, doesn't mean you're going to take whatever you're going to write. No, not take them all. But in the process of evaluating, you find always something which will help you. That's about writing. The next one is seek inspiration. With inspiration, you need to look at people who have achieved it, people who are now successful in life. You can get this by reading books, of course, or get inspired. If you don't have anyone you know, you can be reading the book. Even sometimes listening to the music. Some songs are very inspirational. Not just enjoy the beat, but the meaning of the song. They can inspire you a lot to come up with the new or creative idea. So let us look at tips for overcoming creative barriers. Number one is don't be afraid to fail. But never make it if you are fearing to fail. Because trying something is basically the outcome of what you're trying to implement. Then do not be afraid to ask for help. Don't die in silence. Ask for help in terms of guidance. Ask for help in terms of even support in terms of resources. If it requires resources like money, okay, you need to ask. So the Bible says, ask, you'll be given. Knock, the door will be open. But if you don't want to knock, how will the door open for you? If you don't want to ask, how will it be given to you? Okay? So don't be afraid to ask. Then celebrate your success. However much small it is, you can celebrate it. You don't need to have a huge party. Just at your home, you can have a small party, your family, then celebrate. This will keep you motivated to get more ideas. And you will motivate people who depend on you, your children, your wife, to come up with more ideas. So that's about tips of overcoming creative barriers. So how do we encourage creativity in teams, okay, or team creativity? One is I need to create safe and supportive environment. We have already explained about supportive environment, an environment whereby ideas are shared, ideas are supported. So as a manager, you need to have that in mind. In your team, you need to accept exchange of ideas, you need to accept support implementation of ideas. Do not criticize people's idea. Encourage them and then it keeps off creativity within the team. Then encourage divergent thinking. Divergent thinking is about having wide range of ideas, different ideas. Then you look at each one of them in details, evaluating whether they will be implementable or not. So you need to have that because having only one idea on the table might not be the solution you're seeking for. So you need to have very many ideas considering different dynamics. So that's how you encourage creativity in a team. So we're still continuing the creativity in a team. You need to provide opportunities for collaboration. That's about teamwork because a team is actually a group of people working together. They can be five or six or even three working on a certain project. So you need to encourage people always to collaborate, to work, so that they will have the opportunity to exchange ideas. They will have the opportunity to learn from each other. This is very important. As a manager, make sure that you have a team which can collaborate, you have a team which can work together in an attempt to be creative. Not just creativity or innovation in the teamwork, it also helps in improving the performance of the organization and then motivating the employees. So let us look at activities for encouraging creativity in teams. One is brainstorming. Brainstorming is a classic technique for generating new ideas. Start brainstorming by defining the problem or challenge that you are trying to solve. Then ask team members to come up with as many ideas as they can, no matter how crazy they seem. So with brainstorming, it's basically thinking of the possible solution. Okay, you come up with different ideas which can be right or not. But at the end of the day, you're going to evaluate them and then choose one. Okay. So in the process of brainstorming, no one is wrong. Okay. No idea is wrong. Every idea you generated is right. Just document them and then evaluate them later. So the next one now is a role playing. So role playing can be a fun and engaging way to explore new ideas and perspectives. So to role play, assign team members different roles in a scenario. Okay. Then have them act out of the scenario and then see what happens. So role playing can help to identify potential problems and solutions that might not have been considered otherwise. So with role playing, you give chance to different employees who are assigned in the scenario. Okay. In that process, of course, you're going to identify ideas or new problems actually which had never been noticed. It could be the weaknesses of the employee, it could be the weakness of the process, whatever it is, are going to identify it during the role playing. So it's very important as a manager you organize the role playing as one of the activities in fostering uh, creativity in an organization. Number three is reverse thinking. Reverse thinking is whereby you challenge status quo. Okay, every company has the way they do their things. Most of them are very conservative. They don't want to live in change. They want to maintain the status quo. So, what do you do as an employee? You need to always think of challenging what the status quo by reversing thinking, asking that question: Is this one right? Is this way of doing things? Is it the right way or not? If it's not, what could be the best ways of doing things in the organization? What could be the best way of solving our problems here? So that's about challenging the status quo. Okay, so it's one of the activities you need to look at as a manager. So if you want to foster creativity in your team, so basically we have come to the end of the presentation. I'll link up in the next session. Thank you so much for watching.